Illegal immigration, a topic often painted in broad strokes and shrouded in heated debate. But beyond the headlines and political rhetoric lies a complex reality, one that touches every corner of the United States. While the issue might seem most prominent at the border, its effects ripple across the nation, impacting states in ways both profound and often unseen. From bustling metropolises to quiet rural communities, the presence of undocumented immigrants shapes the social, economic, and political landscapes of our nation. This exploration seeks to unveil the hidden truths about illegal immigration, moving beyond abstract numbers to reveal the human stories at its core. We'll journey state by state, examining the estimated number of undocumented individuals residing within their borders and delving into the specific challenges and opportunities their presence creates. This is not about pointing fingers or assigning blame, but rather about understanding the multifaceted nature of a complex issue. Our journey will take us from the rolling hills of West Virginia to the remote wilderness of Alaska, from the agricultural heartland to the bustling cities of the East Coast. We'll hear the voices of those living in the shadows, those tasked with enforcing immigration laws, and those grappling with the societal impacts of unauthorized migration. By shining a light on the individual experiences within each state, we aim to foster a more nuanced and informed conversation about illegal immigration in America. This is not just about numbers, it's about people. It's about understanding the motivations, aspirations, and struggles of those who risk everything to build a new life in the United States. It's about recognizing the contributions they make to our communities while acknowledging the very real challenges their presence can pose. Through this exploration, we hope to move beyond the rhetoric and delve into the heart of what it means to be undocumented in America. Statistics often dominate discussions about illegal immigration. We hear about millions of undocumented individuals residing in the U.S., their impact on the economy, and the strain they place on social services. But behind these numbers lie individual stories, each one a testament to the human capacity for resilience, determination, and the pursuit of a better life. Imagine a young mother in North Dakota, fleeing violence in her home country, working tirelessly to provide for her children in a new land. Picture a farmer in Montana relying on the labor of undocumented immigrants to harvest his crops, grappling with the ethical and economic complexities of his situation. Think of a teacher in Maine struggling to meet the needs of a diverse classroom, including students who fear their undocumented status will be exposed. These are just a few glimpses into the lives behind the statistics. These are the stories that often go unheard, overshadowed by the political debates and ideological clashes that surround the issue of illegal immigration. By delving into the experiences of individuals in each state, we hope to humanize this complex issue and foster a deeper understanding of its far-reaching implications. Each state has its own unique story to tell, shaped by its history, demographics, and economic realities. In some states, the presence of undocumented immigrants is deeply intertwined with the agricultural industry, while in others, their impact is most felt in the service sector or within the education system. By examining these localized impacts, we can gain a more comprehensive understanding of the challenges and opportunities presented by illegal immigration. Our goal is not to minimize the complexities of this issue or to offer simplistic solutions. Rather, we seek to illuminate the human dimension of illegal immigration, to move beyond abstract debates and engage with the lived experiences of those most affected. By listening to these stories, we can begin to bridge divides, foster empathy, and work towards more humane and effective immigration policies. West Virginia, a state often associated with coal mines and rolling hills, might seem an unlikely destination for illegal immigrants. Yet, even in this predominantly rural state, the issue of unauthorized migration is quietly reshaping communities and challenging long-held assumptions. An estimated 6,000 undocumented individuals call West Virginia home, their presence a testament to the far-reaching impact of this national issue. The arrival of even a small number of immigrants can have a significant impact on a state like West Virginia, where population growth has stagnated in recent years. The influx of new residents, even those who are undocumented, can bring both challenges and opportunities. Local schools, already grappling with limited resources, face the added pressure of educating children from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds. Healthcare systems, often strained in rural areas, must find ways to serve a growing population with complex needs. Despite these challenges, the presence of undocumented immigrants also brings potential benefits to West Virginia. Many of these individuals are eager to work and contribute to their communities, filling essential roles in industries like agriculture, construction, and hospitality. Their presence can boost local economies, revitalize shrinking towns, and add to the cultural tapestry of the state. However, the lack of a clear pathway to legal status casts a long shadow over the lives of undocumented immigrants in West Virginia. Living with the constant fear of deportation creates immense stress and limits their ability to fully integrate into society. Children in particular bear the brunt of this uncertainty, their futures often hanging in the balance. Thousands of miles from the southern border, North Dakota faces its own set of challenges related to illegal immigration. An estimated 6,000 undocumented immigrants reside in the state, their presence most acutely felt in the education system. With a growing number of children from immigrant families entering schools, North Dakota's educators are on the front lines of a demographic shift with far-reaching implications. Language barriers often pose the most immediate hurdle. Teachers, many of whom have had little exposure to English language learners, are tasked with helping these students acquire the language skills necessary to succeed in the classroom. Cultural differences can further complicate matters, requiring educators to develop culturally sensitive teaching methods and navigate a complex web of social and family dynamics. The financial burden of educating a growing population of English language learners adds another layer of complexity. Providing language support services, hiring additional staff, and developing specialized curricula all require significant financial resources, often straining already tight school budgets. This strain is particularly acute in rural districts where resources are often scarcer. Despite these challenges, North Dakota's educators are rising to the occasion, demonstrating remarkable dedication and creativity in their efforts to provide a quality education to all students, regardless of their immigration status. They recognize that investing in the education of these children is not only a moral imperative, but also an investment in the future of the state. Section 3, Strained Resources, Uncertain Futures. The presence of undocumented immigrants in West Virginia and North Dakota highlights the complex interplay between national immigration policies and local realities. While the debate rages on at the federal level, it is in states and communities across the country where the human consequences of these policies are most acutely felt. From strained school systems to overburdened civil service, the lack of a comprehensive and humane approach to immigration reform has left states struggling to address the needs of a growing undocumented population. The situation in West Virginia and North Dakota underscores the need for a more nuanced and compassionate understanding of illegal immigration. These are not just statistics or political talking points, they are real people with hopes, dreams, and fears, working hard to build a better life for themselves and their families. Addressing the challenges posed by illegal immigration requires a multifaceted approach that goes beyond simply securing the border. It demands a commitment to creating a fair and just immigration system that provides a pathway to legal status for those who are already here, while also addressing the root causes of migration, such as poverty, violence, and lack of opportunity in their home countries. Furthermore, it is essential to recognize and support the efforts of states and communities that are grappling with the realities of illegal immigration on the ground. Providing adequate funding for education, healthcare, and social service is crucial to ensuring that all residents, regardless of their immigration status, have the opportunity to thrive. Ignoring this reality will only exacerbate the challenges and create further divisions within our society. Section 1. Wyoming, a small state, big impact. Wyoming, known for its vast landscapes and sparse population, might seem an unlikely place to experience the effects of illegal immigration. However, the presence of an estimated 8,000 undocumented immigrants underscores the reality that this issue reaches even the most remote corners of the United States. While the number might seem small compared to larger states, the impact on Wyoming's limited resources and tight-knit communities is significant. One of the most noticeable impacts is felt in the state's education system. Rural schools, already grappling with limited funding and staffing, face the added challenge of educating children from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds. Teachers, often with little experience in English language learner instruction, are tasked with bridging the language gap and ensuring that all students have the opportunity to succeed. Beyond education, the presence of undocumented immigrants also has implications for Wyoming's workforce. Many of these individuals are drawn to jobs in agriculture, construction, and the service industry, filling critical roles in industries that struggle to attract local labor. Their presence helps to sustain these vital sectors of Wyoming's economy, contributing to the state's overall prosperity. However, the lack of a clear pathway to legal status creates uncertainty and fear for both undocumented immigrants and the communities in which they reside. Living in the shadows of society limits their ability to fully participate in civic life, access essential services, and contribute their full potential to the state. Section 2. Montana Labor Needs and Local Tensions. In Montana, a state known for its rugged beauty and independent spirit, the presence of an estimated 8,000 undocumented immigrants has sparked complex debates about labor needs, cultural integration, and the enforcement of immigration laws. As in Wyoming, the relatively small number of undocumented individuals belies the significant impact they have on certain sectors of Montana's economy and the social fabric of its communities. Montana's agriculture industry, a cornerstone of the state's economy, relies heavily on seasonal labor, much of which is filled by undocumented immigrants. From cattle ranches to cherry orchards, these workers play a vital role in bringing Montana's agricultural products to market. Their contributions are essential to the success of these industries, yet their legal status often leaves them vulnerable to exploitation and abuse. The influx of undocumented immigrants has also sparked tensions in some communities, particularly in areas where resources are already stretched thin. Concerns about the strain on social services, the availability of affordable housing, and the preservation of local culture have fueled anti-immigrant sentiment in certain pockets of the state. However, many Montanans recognize the contributions that undocumented immigrants make to their communities and the challenges they face. Faith-based organizations, community groups, and some business leaders advocate for a more compassionate approach to immigration, one that acknowledges both the economic realities and the human faces behind the issue. The experiences of Wyoming and Montana offer a microcosm of the broader challenges and opportunities presented by illegal immigration in the United States. These sparsely populated states, often viewed through the lens of their natural beauty and rural character, are grappling with the same complex issues that dominate national debates about immigration. The presence of undocumented immigrants, even in relatively small numbers, has tangible impacts on local economies, education systems, and the social fabric of communities. The reliance on immigrant labor in agriculture, the challenges of educating children from diverse backgrounds, and the strain on social services are all issues that resonate far beyond the borders of these mountain states. The stories of Wyoming and Montana also underscore the need for a more nuanced and compassionate approach to immigration reform. Simply focusing on border security or demonizing undocumented immigrants fails to address the root causes of migration or the complex realities on the ground. A comprehensive approach must consider the economic factors that drive migration, the human costs of living in the shadows, and the contributions that immigrants make to our communities. As we delve deeper into the experiences of other states, we will continue to uncover the multifaceted nature of this issue and the urgent need for solutions that are both humane and effective. The challenges may vary from state to state, but the fundamental questions remain the same. How do we create an immigration system that is fair, just, and reflects our nation's values? How do we balance the enforcement of laws with the recognition of human dignity? And how do we build communities that are welcoming and inclusive, where everyone has the opportunity to thrive? South Dakota, a state often associated with vast prairies and iconic landmarks, might seem geographically removed from the forefront of the illegal immigration debate. Yet the presence of an estimated 9,000 undocumented immigrants underscores the reality that this issue transcends state lines and impacts even the most seemingly homogeneous communities. South Dakota's experience provides a microcosm of the national debate, reflecting the complex interplay of economic forces, cultural shifts, and political ideologies that shape our understanding of illegal immigration. The agricultural industry in South Dakota, a vital component of the state's economy, relies heavily on seasonal labor, much of which is filled by undocumented immigrants. From sprawling ranches to dairy farms, these workers play an essential role in ensuring the productivity and profitability of these operations. Their contributions are often overlooked, yet their absence would have a ripple effect throughout the state's agricultural sector. The influx of undocumented immigrants has also brought about demographic shifts in some South Dakota communities, challenging long-held traditions and sparking conversations about cultural identity. While some residents welcome the diversity and cultural exchange that immigrants bring, others express concerns about the preservation of their way of life and the strain on local resources. The debate over illegal immigration in South Dakota reflects the broader national conversation, with strong opinions on both sides of the issue. Some advocate for stricter border security and enforcement measures, while others call for a pathway to citizenship for undocumented immigrants who are already contributing to their communities. Finding common ground amidst these divergent views remains a significant challenge. In the heart of New England, the states of Vermont and Maine, known for their picturesque landscapes and rural charm, are experiencing the ripple effects of illegal immigration in ways that challenge their traditional identities and reshape their social fabric. While not typically perceived as destinations for undocumented immigrants, these states are grappling with the realities of a changing demographic landscape and the complexities of integrating newcomers into predominantly white, rural communities. Vermont, with an estimated 10,000 undocumented immigrants, has seen an influx of individuals and families seeking refuge from economic hardship and violence in their home countries. Many of these newcomers are drawn to jobs in the state's dairy industry, filling labor shortages and contributing to a vital sector of the Vermont economy. However, their presence has also sparked tensions in some communities where resources are already stretched thin and cultural differences are amplified in small-town settings. Maine, with an estimated 12,000 undocumented immigrants, faces similar challenges. The state's reliance on seasonal agricultural labor, particularly in its blueberry and potato industries, has created a demand for workers that is often met by undocumented immigrants. Their presence has sparked debates about labor rights, wages, and the social safety net, as well as concerns about the strain on schools and healthcare systems in rural areas. Despite the challenges, there are also stories of resilience, integration, and community building in both Vermont and Maine. Faith-based organizations, community groups, and some business leaders are working to bridge cultural divides, advocate for immigrant rights, and create more welcoming and inclusive communities. Section 3. Navigating the New England landscape. The experiences of South Dakota, Vermont, and Maine highlight the complex and often overlooked realities of illegal immigration in America's heartland and beyond. These states, often perceived as homogeneous and culturally distinct, are grappling with the same demographic shifts, economic pressures, and social anxieties that fuel the national debate over immigration. The reliance on immigrant labor in agriculture, the challenges of integrating newcomers into rural communities, and the strain on social services are all issues that resonate across these seemingly disparate states. Their experiences underscore the need for a more nuanced and compassionate approach to immigration policy, one that recognizes the contributions of undocumented immigrants while addressing the legitimate concerns of local communities. Finding solutions requires moving beyond the polarized rhetoric that often dominates the immigration debate. It demands engaging in honest conversations about the economic realities, the social impacts, and the human stories that shape this complex issue. It also necessitates recognizing the shared humanity of all individuals, regardless of their immigration status, and working together to create a more just and equitable society for all. Section 1. New Hampshire, a quiet influx, lasting impacts. New Hampshire, a state renowned for its rugged individualism and picturesque landscapes, might seem an unlikely place to witness the effects of illegal immigration. However, with an estimated 14,000 undocumented immigrants residing within its borders, the state grapples with the same complex realities faced by others across the nation. While the influx might be quieter than in border states, its impact on New Hampshire's social fabric, economy, and community dynamics is undeniable. One of the most significant impacts is felt in the state's education system. Schools in New Hampshire, many located in small towns and rural areas, are encountering a growing number of students from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds. Teachers, often accustomed to a more homogeneous student population, are adapting to the unique needs of English language learners, ensuring they have equal access to quality education. Beyond education, the presence of undocumented immigrants has implications for New Hampshire's workforce. Many of these individuals are drawn to jobs in industries such as hospitality, construction, and agriculture, filling labor gaps and contributing to the state's economic engine. Their contributions, often unseen, are essential to maintaining the vibrancy of these sectors. However, the lack of a clear pathway to legal status casts a shadow of uncertainty over the lives of undocumented immigrants and their families. Living with the constant fear of deportation creates stress and limits their ability to fully integrate into the community. Children in particular bear the brunt of this uncertainty, their futures often hanging in the balance. Section 2, Alaska, Unique Challenges in the Last Frontier. Alaska, the last frontier, faces its own set of unique challenges related to illegal immigration. With its vast expanse, remote communities, and reliance on seasonal industries, the state presents both opportunities and obstacles for undocumented immigrants seeking a foothold in American society. An estimated 15,000 undocumented individuals call Alaska home, their presence a testament to the human desire for a better life, even in the face of formidable odds. The state's remote location and challenging terrain make traditional border enforcement strategies less effective. The vast coastline and rugged interior provide ample opportunities for those seeking to enter the country undetected, highlighting the need for innovative and adaptable approaches to immigration control. The seasonal nature of many industries in Alaska, such as fishing, tourism, and construction, creates a demand for labor that is often filled by undocumented immigrants. These workers, willing to endure harsh conditions and long hours, play a vital role in sustaining these industries, contributing to the state's economy and way of life. However, their legal status makes them vulnerable to exploitation and abuse. The remoteness of many workplaces, coupled with limited access to legal aid and social services, creates a power imbalance that unscrupulous employers can exploit. Addressing these vulnerabilities is crucial to ensuring the fair treatment and protection of all workers, regardless of their immigration status. Section 3, Mississippi, at the crossroads of labor and legacy. Mississippi, a state steeped in history and tradition, finds itself at the crossroads of a national debate as it grapples with the complexities of illegal immigration. With an estimated 34,000 undocumented immigrants residing within its borders, Mississippi experiences both the benefits and challenges associated with their presence, sparking conversations about labor needs, cultural identity, and the legacy of a state grappling with its past. The state's agricultural industry, a cornerstone of its economy, relies heavily on a workforce often comprised of undocumented immigrants. From cotton fields to poultry farms, these workers play a crucial role in ensuring the success of these labor-intensive operations. Their contributions, often unseen, are essential to maintaining Mississippi's agricultural output and economic stability. However, the presence of undocumented immigrants in Mississippi has also sparked tensions, particularly in communities grappling with economic hardship and social change. Concerns about job security, the strain on social services, and the preservation of cultural identity have fueled anti-immigrant sentiment in some quarters. Navigating these tensions requires a nuanced approach that recognizes both the contributions of undocumented immigrants and the legitimate concerns of local communities. Finding solutions that address the economic realities, uphold the rights of all workers, and foster social cohesion is paramount to ensuring a prosperous and inclusive future for Mississippi. Section 1, Delaware, small state, big challenges. Delaware, the first state, known for its historical significance and role in the founding of the nation, now faces a different kind of challenge, navigating the complexities of illegal immigration. Despite its small size, an estimated 35,000 undocumented immigrants reside within its borders, their presence a testament to the far-reaching impact of this national issue. While dwarfed by the numbers in larger states, the presence of this population brings its own set of challenges and opportunities to the first state. One of the most pressing issues facing Delaware is the strain on social services. Providing healthcare, education, and other essential services to a growing population, regardless of their legal status, puts a strain on already tight budgets. Balancing the needs of all residents while grappling with limited resources requires careful planning and innovative solutions. The presence of undocumented immigrants also has implications for Delaware's workforce. Many find employment in industries like agriculture, construction, and hospitality, filling labor needs and contributing to the state's economy. However, their legal status often makes them vulnerable to exploitation and abuse, highlighting the need for stronger worker protections and fair labor practices. Addressing the challenges posed by illegal immigration in Delaware requires a multifaceted approach. Enhancing border security, while important, is only one piece of the puzzle. Creating a pathway to legal status for those who are already contributing to society, strengthening worker protections, and fostering understanding and cooperation within communities are all essential components of a comprehensive solution. Section 2. Rhode Island, Diversity and Disparity. Rhode Island, the ocean state known for its rich history, vibrant art scene, and diverse population, grapples with the impacts of illegal immigration on its social fabric and economic landscape. An estimated 42,000 undocumented immigrants call Rhode Island home, their presence contributing to the state's cultural tapestry while also presenting unique challenges. One of the most pressing issues facing Rhode Island is the strain on its education system. Schools, particularly those in urban areas, face the task of educating a growing number of students from diverse linguistic and cultural backgrounds. Providing language support services, hiring qualified teachers, and ensuring that all students have equal access to quality education requires significant financial resources and a commitment to equity. The presence of undocumented immigrants also has implications for Rhode Island's workforce. Many find employment in industries like hospitality, construction, and healthcare, filling labor needs and contributing to the state's economy. However, their legal status often makes them vulnerable to exploitation and abuse, highlighting the need for stronger worker protections and fair labor practices. Addressing the challenges posed by illegal immigration in Rhode Island requires a multifaceted approach. Enhancing border security, while important, is only one piece of the puzzle. Creating a pathway to legal status for those who are already contributing to society, strengthening worker protections, and fostering understanding and cooperation within communities are all essential components of a comprehensive solution. Section 3. Hawaii, Paradise Found, Paradise Lost. Hawaii, a paradise known for its breathtaking beauty, diverse culture, and welcoming spirit, faces a unique set of challenges related to illegal immigration. With an estimated 51,000 undocumented immigrants residing within its borders, Hawaii grapples with the impacts of their presence on its economy, environment, and social fabric. The tourism industry, a cornerstone of Hawaii's economy, relies heavily on a workforce often comprised of undocumented immigrants. From hotels and restaurants to construction and landscaping, these workers play a vital role in maintaining the infrastructure and services that attract visitors from around the globe. However, their legal status often makes them vulnerable to exploitation, low wages, and poor working conditions. The influx of undocumented immigrants has also put a strain on Hawaii's limited resources, particularly housing and healthcare. The high cost of living in paradise makes it challenging for low-wage workers, regardless of their legal status, to afford basic necessities. Addressing these disparities is crucial to ensuring the well-being of all residents and preserving the social fabric of Hawaiian society. The issue of illegal immigration in Hawaii highlights the complex interplay between economic forces, social justice, and environmental sustainability. Finding solutions requires a nuanced approach that recognizes the contributions of undocumented immigrants while addressing the concerns of local communities and protecting the fragile ecosystem of these islands. Balancing these competing interests is essential to preserving the aloha spirit and ensuring a thriving future for all who call Hawaii home. Section 1. The Patchwork Nation, a Tapestry of Impacts. Our journey through the heart of America, from the rolling hills of West Virginia to the volcanic shores of Hawaii, has unveiled the intricate tapestry of illegal immigration's impact. Each state, a unique thread in the national fabric, bears witness to the human stories woven into this complex issue. We've seen how the presence of undocumented immigrants, even in seemingly small numbers, ripples through communities, leaving an indelible mark on local economies, education systems, and the social fabric of our nation. In states like West Virginia and North Dakota, we witnessed the strain on rural schools tasked with educating a growing population of English language learners. Teachers, often with limited resources and experience in multicultural education, are rising to the challenge, demonstrating remarkable dedication to ensuring that all children, regardless of their immigration status, have access to quality education. Their efforts underscore the importance of investing in our nation's future by providing every child with the tools they need to succeed. Moving westward, we encountered the challenges faced by Wyoming and Montana, states heavily reliant on immigrant labor in their agricultural industries. The contributions of undocumented workers, often unseen and underappreciated, are essential to maintaining the productivity and economic viability of these vital sectors. Yet, their legal status leaves them vulnerable to exploitation and abuse, highlighting the need for stronger worker protections and a more just and equitable system. As we ventured into the heartland, South Dakota's experience revealed the tensions that can arise when communities grapple with demographic shifts and cultural change. The influx of undocumented immigrants, while contributing to the state's economy, has also sparked anxieties about job security, the strain on resources, and the preservation of local traditions. Navigating these tensions requires open dialogue, empathy, and a commitment to finding common ground. Section 2, Beyond Borders, the call for comprehensive reform. The stories we've encountered in every corner of the nation underscore the urgent need for comprehensive immigration reform. The current patchwork system, riddled with inconsistencies and often driven by political expediency rather than sound policy, has failed to address the root causes of illegal immigration while perpetuating a cycle of uncertainty, fear, and exploitation. Enhancing border security, while important, is only one piece of a much larger and more complex puzzle. We must address the economic disparities, violence, and lack of opportunity that drive individuals and families to risk everything in search of a better life. Investing in sustainable development, promoting human rights, and fostering economic growth in sending countries are essential steps towards reducing the pressures that fuel migration. Furthermore, we must create a pathway to legal status for the millions of undocumented immigrants who are already living and working in the United States. These individuals, many of whom have been here for years, contribute to our economy, pay taxes, and raise families in our communities. Denying them a path to citizenship keeps them in the shadows, perpetuates a system of exploitation, and undermines the values of fairness and opportunity upon which our nation was founded. Comprehensive immigration reform must prioritize family unity, recognizing the human cost of separating loved ones and the importance of keeping families together. It must also provide a fair and efficient process for individuals seeking to come to the United States legally, ensuring that our immigration system reflects our values and meets the needs of our economy. Section 3. A shared future towards a more humane and just system. The challenges posed by illegal immigration are complex and multifaceted, demanding solutions that go beyond simplistic slogans and partisan rhetoric. We must engage in honest conversations, grounded in facts and empathy, to find common ground and forge a path forward that upholds our nation's values and reflects our shared humanity. A more humane and just immigration system requires us to see beyond stereotypes and recognize the inherent dignity of every individual, regardless of their immigration status. It demands that we treat all people with respect, compassion, and fairness, ensuring that everyone has equal protection under the law. Building a more just and equitable immigration system is not just a matter of policy, it's a moral imperative. It requires a shift in perspective, a willingness to see the world through the eyes of others, and a commitment to creating a society where everyone has the opportunity to thrive. As we conclude our exploration of illegal immigration across America, let us remember the stories we've encountered, the challenges we've witnessed, and the lessons we've learned. Let us move forward with a renewed sense of purpose, working together to build a nation that embraces diversity, upholds human rights, and offers hope and opportunity for all. Only then can we truly live up to our ideals as a nation of immigrants, a beacon of freedom and justice for all.